Sin shovel. Shovel. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Turn that music off, whoever's blaring. Who is that? Who is that mine? Hello, Josh was first. Can y'all shut that door? That's driving me crazy. Gracie, Kayla, Noah, everybody, happy Monday. We're here on a Monday, and I feel like everybody's a little sluggish. Are you sluggish, Josh? No. Jump down and do 20 push-ups right now. Just show everybody how damn tough. Maybe people can borrow some of your energy this morning. Huh? What? Just go. Just do 20 of them because, hey, maybe somebody can borrow some of your energy this morning. I did witness Josh do. How many pull-ups you do this morning, Josh?
20.
You didn't do 20. No, you didn't. I watched you. It was probably, I said to jump up there. I did see him do his pull-ups. He did them very easily. I will say that. His pull-ups, good, strict form, straight up, pulled very easy. So, with ease. So I do think maybe he could he would win the pull-up challenge. Good Monday morning, everybody. Who here is ready for a good week?
I'm ready.
I don't know if anybody's ready for a good week around. Gracie, can you help everybody get ready?
I'll do my very best.
Based off what you're observing, what do you feel like we need this morning?
Some coffee, some energy.
Now, why do you say that?
I mean, I think hell,
Not me.
except for you.
Not me. Man, we'll get into the morning grind in just a second, but on Saturday morning, hungover. Who was hungover on Saturday? We had a party Friday night at the house. Who was hungover on Saturday morning? I was.
I was hungover.
I was hungover on Saturday morning. Guess what I did?
Went to run.
I went and I ran. Went to the gym and I ran, and who can run hungover? It's miserable. I mean, it's like my head was hurting, my stomach was, feel like I was going to throw up. So yesterday, I grilled out. The steaks were okay. The baked potatoes sucked. So I got tipsy again. Had like 6 beers and 2 Woodfords. This morning I woke up, I was hungover again. But guess what I did? I went not worked out because I don't listen to what my feelings say. I don't feel like having energy this morning. I don't feel like this. I don't give a shit what my feelings say. I say I got to go do this. So about 10 minutes through that run, guess what? On Saturday. Hey, you're right. I wanted to quit because I wanted to go through it. And I just kept doing it. When it was over, and it was never like sometimes when you do something and you go back and you're like, after 10 minutes, it didn't feel that bad. I got used to it. I didn't get used to one damn minute on Saturday. It was that tough. The Morning Grind, thank you for getting on here. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and share the stream. What's going to separate you? What did I say? I can't read that. What's going to separate you from the version you want to be? Hello, rabbits. How is Rosie? Rosie's doing better, isn't she?
She's doing much better.
Good. That is, I was concerned for you guys because that's, like Lucky's got issues. I don't know if y'all saw him walking around the other night, but I mean, he walks a little gimpy. Nerve problems. And eventually, he's going to have to be put into a wheelchair. But what do you think is one thing, Fejo, that can separate you from what you want to be? What can you add? What can you do? Let's say next May, 2020. What do you want? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want your life to be like? What do you want your skill? What is it going to take to get you to that next level?
My attention to detail.
Attention to detail. Now, why did you pick the attention to detail?
I feel like I leave a lot of stuff out. If I wouldn't leave it out, then it would make my life so much better.
Do you ever catch yourself saying, damn, again?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now, where does this hurt you the most?
Making money.
Making money. See, we all have these things that hold us back, and if you can discover where those things are, you can work on those. And I'm not saying work on your weakness, because I just don't think, like, I'm never going to be a great basketball player at 47 years old, am I? I'm never going to be that core. I'm never going to be Tom Brady. I'm close, but I'm not going to be him. I'm not going to be Tiger. So I'm not saying go out and work on your weaknesses, but whenever you can discover these things that are holding you back, I can go through. I've got all these indicators. There's people in their training that aren't training enough. Hey, like you. You're not training enough. You're not training enough. These are indicators that will predict how fast you get to the next level. Then there's other indicators like getting here at 8:15. These are things. See, I've got these things too that are at a higher level that continue to hold me back. So the things that I carry on. Hello. Hey, I loved your post last week. I don't know if y'all saw her post or not, but we refer to that as the social media blast. But what are things you've got to do to get to another level? What do you need to do, Andre, to get to another level? I already know what it is.
Find more time.
Find more time. And what does find more time mean, Andre?
Get more people that, where I can.
Okay, so that's what I was going to tell you. For you to get to another level, you've got to go from a person that is doing business to a person that manages business. Do you understand what that means? That's some tricky stuff right there. Whenever I first started growing a team, I hired this lady, and, there wasn't enough separation between me and her. She was older than me. She thought she knew more than me. And because of that, it was very hard for me to lead. So what do you think I had to do? What do you think I had to do to overcome that?
Get rid of it.
Oh, well, that's right. But what it's forced me to do is it's forced me to get better. See, whenever you want people that are helping you build your little team up, you've got to be significantly better than them or they won't listen to you. So if you're watching this, like if you want to be like Carion, like when Carion walks in, hey, there's obviously one person running that show. That's how it is. You want to do whatever it takes to get yourself into a position to where people follow. And if you're equal, you're not going to have people believing in you enough to follow. It's going to be a lot of uncertainty. There's not going to be enough trust. How can you overcome this to get to the next level, Fejo?
Get so good, people have to look up to
Do you feel like you're doing that?
Getting good, or
Yeah.
am I good yet?
Well, do you feel like you are good?
I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'll be extremely good that people have to just yield to me.
Okay, so Fejo is sitting here patting himself on the back. But let me ask you this. What do y'all see him doing every single day to make this happen? Do y'all believe him, first off? Do you think he's going to make that happen?
Yes.
Why did you say that?
Because the dude is the most committed guy I know besides you.
Yeah, I was about to say, no, hold on now. No, whenever I'm in the gym, Fejo's there. Your workout partner, where was he this weekend or today?
I forgot to set his alarm.
Got to see, it's always these little things we talk about, Hayden. These little things. I agree. Josh is extremely committed. Hey, what happened to your commitment? I used to think, man, you're going to be like Josh. Worked out. What happened?
Lost focus.
How do you get? See, these are feelings because you probably don't want to get up and do it. I didn't want to get up this morning. Alarm clock went off at 4:30, and guess what? I felt sick because of all that alcohol yesterday. And I didn't drink anything on Saturday, but I'm going to probably go 2 weeks without drinking anything, Fejo. But this morning, I didn't like the way I felt, so guess what I did?
Went to the gym.
Got up anyway. How often are you doing things even when you don't feel like doing it? Gracie, how often do you? Do you allow your feelings and your emotions and other things, inconveniences, stop you from doing what you want to do or what you need to do? I used to be the same way. But here's this topic. I don't want to be who I am next year at this time. And a lot of you, if you don't make this commitment to you, who are you making the commitment for?
Myself.
It ain't for me. It ain't for Fejo. I appreciate all the things you're doing, but it ain't for me, is it?
Nope.
You about done with that breakfast?
No more.
What is your life like right now with these commitments? What are the things? So so people can understand what are these things, these little things that you're doing where you're like, I'm gonna be a badass next year at this time.
Probably on a daily basis, I probably
Is
get
your mouth full?
Yeah, I get an hour of free time at home probably.
See, that's whenever we'll come back to you. Jumping over to me whenever I was finally out of my mama's house. I was probably 39 years old. And I moved over on, do you know where Trinity or Tennelle Court is? There's there's a lot of hood elements right there. So I would go home every night, and back then I didn't have any Cardone on demand training or the Cardone University, but he had tons of videos on YouTube, and every single night I was doing what you're saying. I had no free time. All my time was going to Cardone training, watching his stuff. Literally, probably I'd get home, do nothing except watch that for like 3 or 4 hours. No girls, no nothing, just completely focused on that. So when you're saying you've got 1 hour of free time, what does that look like? This is investing in yourself, by the way. What are you doing?
I probably get home around 6:30.
Well, let's start the other way. Let's start with your morning. What does that look like?
I mean, as soon as I wake up.
Well, what time do you wake up?
4:30.
4:30.
I get ready, go to the gym, be there at 5, work out till about 6:30. Get home, get ready for work, make breakfast, get here at 8. Work throughout the day, leave around 5. 6.
You're leaving out a lot of specific details, though. You come in, you role play,
So
you call.
come in
I mean, do you
one
ever, do you ever not hit 75 phone calls?
Rarely.
See, he's got this connection to his future self. Remember that word, connection to your future self. How many of you are connected to your future self? What does that future Josh look like at 25 years old? I mean, you need to get clear in your mind like it's today. What does that dude look like? What does that guy have?
I want my grandkids to be rich when they're born.
At 25? Okay, I guess it could happen, but it'd be weird. I don't know if that could happen or not. But you got to get clear, not about Granddaddy Josh. I'm talking about 25-year-old Josh. What does that dude look like?
Young, can do whatever he want, has a lot of freedom.
Yeah, but you got to get specific. Like whenever I'm sitting down with a van and I'm like mapping out 500 deals done, I got to know exactly what we're going to need. How many people? How much advertising? How much are we spending on leads? I got to know specifically what it's going to take to get there.
5 years, I want to make $500,000 income.
Have you ever told anybody else that, or did you just make it up?
Thought about it. I said next year, every year since I'm 20. So 21, 100,000, 22, 200,000.
Well, see, that's thinking big. How are you going to? Can you get to 500,000 by yourself?
No.
Okay. So at 21 years old, how are you going to be able to get somebody in to help you get to that number?
Recruit like a little assistant.
Okay.
Little mini Josh.
You got to bring in your little baby Josh, but you've got to be so much better than little baby Josh. And baby Josh may be older than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he may be a lot older than you, but you've got to be so much better than baby Josh that baby Josh looks up to you. Like, I know everything. I can handle everything. How do you get to that level? It's continuing to do what you do. Do you ever not train?
Rarely.
I think me and Van were the only people that trained. When? Saturday, Van? Yeah. I never missed that. I never miss those kind of days, those kind of moments, because I'm connected to the future Tommy, the old timer Tommy. Good time Tommy turned into old time Tommy. But hey, what do I want that life to look like? I'm 47 years old. My birthday's coming up this month in May. 48 years old. There's a version inside of me that I see at 55 years old, me and my wife walking up and down Highway 395, going down to 38, checking out the place because we live there. We live there a couple months out of the year. I get real clear on what that's going to take. And that's how you make sense of doing things every single day that you don't want to do. Remember this. Every time you're not doing what you need to do, what you're supposed to do, what you're doing is you're stunting the growth of the opportunity of you in the future. So here's what you can do. You can either have the fun time that you want today, but just understand that's costing you something in the future. You ain't got to do this stuff, but just know you're going to be without those things in the future. So whenever it comes time to me to make a decision on something that, hey, do I want to do this? The reason why I don't want to do it is what happens if I don't do it? What happens if I don't do that treadmill? And all these things are connected. If you can't commit to run when you're hungover for 20 minutes, how am I going to commit to getting to 500 deals? How am I going to make that commitment? Because at some time in your life, on your journey, you're going to find ways that's like that little, should I go here or should I go there? Crossroad. Your crossroads come every single day. What time do I wake up? What time do I get here? Crossroads. Those are little crossroads that you're making the decision of. I'm gonna borrow something from my future self. The future self is you're gonna have a deficit in your future self, or you're gonna put enough investment into that future self that things are gonna be a lot better for you. Lucas, all this is based upon people's laziness. You either work for your dreams or you watch other people work for their dreams. Lucas, what's up, man? How are you? He's exactly right. A lot of people understand you got to work, but you got to get clear on what you want. How do I get there? That was something that was really missing for me is I didn't know what it took to get there. I didn't know the steps. All I was told was, hey, you got to work harder. You got to do this. You got to do that. I didn't want to do that. I did make the decision, though, to get really, really good and attract people into my life, which every one of you can do. Everybody, have a great Monday and a great week.